to a Minecraft YouTube video. So today, this is a review of this mod pack called More Crazy Items. I do forget who it's by, so I apologize. I'm gonna paste the name in the video when I'm editing it, so they don't have to worry, because I also got this super cool, if you look at the paper doll, do like animations and stuff. So if you go in here, watch what happens when I hold the sword. Oh, I didn't activate it, never mind. Okay, so we are just going to be talking about what this mod adds and whether or not it's like a really good mod. So the first thing that we will be trying out to see if it works or not is the time changer clock. So apparently if you use this, it will change the time from day to night. So we're going to go ahead and test it out. Guys, I saw the sun. Oh, so this does work. It doesn't change it from day to night, but it like the different settings of the day. So midnight. This is a very useful mod. I also did not know that the stars change in Minecraft. There we go. So that chime changer clock works. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 just because it doesn't automatically change it to night. And now we have the XP storage book, which is empty. I'm going to get into this later because we don't have any XP right now. So we're going to skip to the gravity potion. See, I don't know what this does. Apparently it freezes cold mobs. So let's try a stray. Stray spawning. I'm going to spawn them under this tree. Oh, I'm probably in peaceful. Give me a second. When you create a new world, it automatically turns you to peaceful for some reason. So we're just going to go ahead and fix that. See? Normal. There we go. I'm going to spawn our stray in. So we are going to go to survival. So we're going to drink this potion. Apparently it should slow him down. But there's no way to test that unless it's like nighttime. Okay, so let's go to nighttime. Oh wait, no, time set. Night. And see if that will slow him down. Okay, he's not moving. Come here, buddy. Please. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that this, I haven't had the time to test it, but I'm just gonna say that this does not work. So it is a 0 out of 10. Oh, well, I gotta go to creative. Slowness. Okay, we're gonna go to creative real quick. There we go. Now those little chunguses won't hurt me. So we are right now. So that gravity potion, sorry, but it does not work. Our next thing is the empty XP bottle. I as well will show you guys what that does later. What did I just get? Oh, it's just because the slowness wore off. So now the next item is the pickaxe booster. So you have to hold it in your offhand for this to work. So get our netherite pickaxe. See, oh yes, so the reason it boosts us is it just gives us haste, so we will mine faster. So that does work, and it's super efficient when you have like a haste. So I'm gonna give that a 8 out of 10. Next one is the advanced healing potion. So this will heal the mobs around you. So if I drink this, it just gives me regeneration, I think. It gives me regeneration, but also gives these pandas regeneration. So that's why it's kind of like advanced. So that's going to be like a 6 out of 10 because, I mean, a regular healing potion just does just as much. So the next one is the Never Miner Hammer. We're actually going to have to go to the Never to test that one, so we're going to do that later. So for right now, we're just going to focus on the Shield Ring. I do not. So basically, it just gives you a little ring of resistance, and you can deactivate it. So that would be definitely helpful if you're going to jump from a high place. So that will be an 8 out of 10. Next one is the recall ball. I've already tried this one, it does not work. And then the dynamic candle, only way to test that if it's night. That definitely brings light. So yeah, that's super efficient. So that is going to be a 10 out of 10 because that would be super easy to have, not have to place torches everywhere. So now we are going to go to the bow booster. So we're just going to put, you can't put that in your offhand, so we're going to get a bow and some arrows to test this one. And I have a beautiful little target named Skeleton Mabob. So to activate this, you have to hold it in your other hand. Keep this in your offhand while using your bow. So let's see. So what we're going to do is first we're going to test how far this goes without the bow booster. So this is how far it goes without the bow booster. As you can see, it went pretty far. So let's see if collect that. Yep. So I'm going to mark where it went. So this is where the bow booster went. Now we're going to go back from the same distance. Right on this rock. That's how far the bow booster. That's how far the bow goes. Now we're going to use the bow booster. And we'll see how far it goes. Oh my gosh. I think it went into the ocean. Let's test that one more time just to see it, because I think it went into the ocean. Okay. So that's right there, so we're gonna fire it. So yes, this is where the bow booster went. So it is significantly, let's see how many blocks further this is. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7 blocks further than a regular. So that's not that helpful, but pretty helpful. So I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. Our next item is, let's see, the darkness glasses. So the only way to test this is to, I think, to spawn a warden. As much as I hate to do this, we must spawn a warden and see if I think you have to hold this. So yes, this clears darkness. So let's spawn our warden buddy in. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do now is go to survival. Oh no, he's gonna kill that poor kitty. I'm not gonna make you guys watch that. So I'm gonna go to survival. And now we're gonna get his attention. Give me some darkness, friend. Okay, so now we're gonna use him. So it completely clears the darkness when he gives it to you. So like this, boom, it clears it. That is definitely gonna be a 10 out of 10 since it's always so annoying when he gives you darkness because you can't see anything. And this oh wow. Okay, we're probably gonna let's go to creative before he catches up with us. So yeah, darkness glasses, 10 out of 10. Okay, now next. Okay, so I can't have him. Oh, slash Cole slash kill at E. Oh, well, at Isle slash kill at E. No, W. Ugh. Ciao. No more little annoying little warden guy. So now we are going to test the Phoenix Feather. Apparently, when you hold this, you get. Oh, so yeah, it just gives you Oh man, I feel like Sonic the Hedgehog. It gives you speed 2 when you hold it down. So yeah, that's pretty useful. Like running away from a zombie horde. That's gonna be a 7 out of 10. Now we're gonna do a chunk miner hammer. I've tested this already. This is so useful. So let's say you dig down, right? into this base, and you just don't feel like mining because you don't have a pickaxe, you can use this. And let me just go a bit more down to show you guys how this works. I'm gonna get a night vision potion. We're just gonna go a bit further down so you guys can see how this works. So you just take it and hold it down, and it mines the entire chunk. And the awesome thing about it is it leaves the ores. So you can just do like this, and it'll leave all the ores out. So this is a very efficient. Oh my gosh, this happened to me one time. That's like the only not fun part about that. So that is definitely a 10 out of 10. That helps so much. And basically, the Neverminer is just a variant of that. So I'm just gonna give them both a 10 out of 10. Okay. Now we have the Miner Dream. So this one's a bit like the Chunk Miner, except that it's not as big. That's like all it is. It's like the Chunk Miner, just not as big. So that's pretty useful. So it's like I'm gonna give it that like an 8 out of 10 because it's just not as big as the Chunk Miner. So now we have the Super Serum. So when you drink this, you get Speed 2, Strength 2, and Regeneration 2. So basically you can zoom around the newly crafted tunnel you've made. So yeah, that's Super Serum is and let's say 9 out of 10. So now we have the Spam Attacker. I'm not sure what this does, so we're gonna get a zombie and he's gonna be our little test buddy. So we're gonna spawn him. Basically, if you hold it down, it just spams, attacks him, and 4-shots him. So that's pretty useful. Not as useful as a sword, so I'm gonna give that like a 6 out of 10. Now we have the crafting wand. This is super awesome because if you craft this, when you crouch and hold down, it just places a crafting table. You can just place infinite crafting tables. So that is going to be an 8 out of 10 because you can make some, if you wanted, you can even make some crafting table parkour. And I suck at parkour, so yeah, you can just make some crafting table parkour. So crafting wand, 9 out of 10. Next up we have the wooden hammer. Now, what I'm pretty sure this does is if you place wood down like this, and just like that, it'll break all the wood. So this will not work on stone. Oh, I guess it will work on stone. But yeah, it'll just break the blocks like that. But since it's like wooden, it does not have a very good durability. So now we have the zoomer. I haven't tested this out. So it's basically like a super. But so the reason it does that is because it gives you slowness. So if I was over here and you use the zoomer, it zooms. It's kind of like an upped up spyglass. I don't like that it gives you slowness instead of like a spyglass doesn't give you slowness. So that's gonna be like a 5 out of 10. So this one is perhaps my favorite. It's called the Instant Shelter. So let's say you're running around at night and you're like scared because there's mobs. All you have to do is craft the Instant Shelter, and then when you place it down, skadoosh. You get a bed, a furnace. Oh, we don't want that. And a chest full of raw meat and coal. So that's like really awesome if you're in a quick bind and you need shelter. So that's definitely a 10 out of 10. So our next up is the stone hammer. So this is exactly like the wooden hammer, but just probably has more durability if I'm to guess. So let's go over here and test this one out. This is so useful for tunneling. Whoa. So it's just basically just the wooden hammer, but it has way more durability. So next up is the sweet home. So this is basically just set your respawn point, set home. So I'm a hobo. I live in the cave. So that's doesn't really do anything. Advanced XP book. So we are gonna have to go to survival for this one. So when you use this, boom, it automatically gives you 50 XP. And since we're at this. This is how you use the XP storage book. You click down and it holds the XP for you. Now when it's full, you can get it back. Same thing for these empty XP bottles. They scoop your XP right up. And if you want it back, you can get it right back. Which I think is awesome because it's so unfair that when you die in hardcore Minecraft, your XP just goes to waste. So if you have like 1,000 XP that you worked up to get, like once I did that and I played Manhunt with my little brother and I played with Keep Invin off, and it completely ruined it because I lost all my XP, so it sucked. So this would be totally useful for something like that, so I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10 definitely. So we're going to go back to creative so we can keep getting the items now. So our next item, I think, is the crazy item pouch. So basically you just hold this one down, move items to pound, you can just move your XP book to there. But now it just goes bye-bye. That's going to be like a 5 out of 10. Our next one is the XP book. This is basically just a downscaled version of the advanced XP book, so we don't really need to go for that. Now this is the Wither Scroll, and this is super cool because if you're fighting a zombie, let's say you're fighting a zombie, right, and it's coming towards you. If you hit it, it's like you're like it basically just turns you into a Wither skeleton. And instead of free-shotting mobs, you can two-shot them because it gives them the Wither effect. So that's super useful, especially when you're fighting off against Wither skeletons because they get a little taste of their own medicine. Now this is the miner staff. It works sort of like the other ones, except you have to go down in here and then it'll just mine it like this. So if you dig like 3 blocks down and then do it like in the middle, it'll clear all the blocks out. So that's pretty useful. Not as useful as the chunk miner, which I think was super useful. So that's going to be about a 7 out of 10. Next one is the XP full bottle. So this basically, if we go to survival, this will just give us lots and lots and lots of XP. And this is like basically a super duper duper upped up XP bottle. Because look, it still has 20 left and I'm on 1,000 XP. And then you have the empty bottles, which you can use to fill it up again. So it's super useful for storing it. You can store those in your enchanting room for your friends when they come over to enchant stuff with you. So that is super useful. So that is definitely 10 out of 10. Here's the diamond hammer. I'm just gonna say probably the exact same thing, except the durability once again. See. So I'm assuming the iron hammer is just like that. So we're gonna skip that. Slime boots, farmer's dream. And we've already seen that, so we're going to get the ender staff. These are our last trace items. Oh, this actually feels scary now. It feels like I'm in the back rooms. We're going to get a splash. Oh, I was going to say, just search night vision. Okay, so we're going to go skadoosh. So their first thing is the slime boots, and if you're ever in a jiggle, like, let's say, oh no, you decided you were going to use all this chunk mining stuff, but there's no way for you to get back up. With the slime boots, you don't have to worry if you have the slime boots. You can just walk over to the space you want to jump up and skadoosh. Oh wait, hold on. It gives you feather falling. So we can just jump right out of that hole. But if you don't want to jump so high, then there is a solution for that. If you do not want to jump so high, there's a better solution. There's an ugly old witch. So another thing is the farmer's dream. Just spawns a nice little farm. That's great for starter bases. Now our last item, which might be perhaps the best, is this thing called the ender staff. And what you use this for is, let's say you're in here, but you don't have a pair of slime boots, and that's going to be a problem. So if you just hold them on the ender staff, you'll TP up. So like, this is super useful because I'm pretty sure you can do it into bedrock too. So like if you want, it's like if you wanted to get, so like let's say your friend makes an impossible base and there's like a bedrock wall, you can just TP right through it. And like let's say there's like 500 stacks of netherite in there and you want it but you cannot get in there. You just, oh, well I went right through, but now you're in here. It's so useful. This is a 20 out of 10. And the last thing I'm going to do before I end this video, guys, is I'm going to get some good old fashioned boomy boom boom. And I'm going to blow this base up. So thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Yes, you know the drill. And comment for what I should do next. And yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. See you guys next video. And yeah, I don't have anywhere to sleep, so I gotta figure this out. And I have a big bedrock wall over here for some reason. So yeah, dumb Ches out.